Hello, Facebook. Dr. K here, and we are live on Facebook. As you know, hugs are the answer, and I'm here with Craig Severinsen, and he's an amazing man, and I wanted you all to meet him. We just had a 21-second hug, and we've been talking about hugging, and I thought it would make a lot of sense to share. So here's Craig.
Hey guys.
And what would you say the 21-second hug was like that we just had right now? And I want you to be, just totally raw and real with everybody out there, because some people are like, hugging 21 seconds. This is crazy.
Well, I think I should preface by saying that I probably would be one of those people that would say that.
That's fair.
I'm not normally what I would describe like a touchy-feely type of guy, and I will say that I've known Stone for a while now and had those long hugs before. But even today, I'm being like brutally honest,
yeah,
right?
Brutal.
When we first started hugging, I could feel myself being really tense and a little uncomfortable. But
I felt that too.
There was a moment though, and I didn't count out loud. I'm assuming it was around like 21 seconds. Maybe that I felt myself relax, and Stone said, "Hey, let's take some deep breaths," and I took some deep breaths, and I gotta say, it felt a lot better. And part of that was we're in a really cold room, and his body heat was warming me up.
Yeah, we're in the room at Medici,
Really
which
cool
is a very interesting space where we come to be creative, and it looks kind of random on Facebook, but it's a.
But I really did feel myself relax, and I felt a lot better, and I feel like $1 million. It was good.
And my sense, Craig, and I don't know if this is just that you're part of the Big Hearts Club and you have that kind of heart or what. It seems to me like you see the world through the lens of a hug. I mean, in the way that you work with people and the way that you are with people, like when I've seen you in meetings and I've seen you one-on-one.
Well, thank you. We were just having this conversation, so Stone's already heard this, but I'll say it again so that you guys hear it. We were talking about hugging, and I realized that I'm a consultant. I help people get clients is what I do. And I had an experience today where I was talking with somebody, and I felt like they needed to hear that regardless of how their business performed, they as a person were still very valuable. Like their worth and their value isn't dependent on what happens in their business, whether they make money, whether they don't, succeed, fail, it doesn't matter. And they had a really profound reaction to that. And in that moment, I thought, wow, this is the space of a hug. This is what Stone is talking about. And so I never would have considered it being the space of a hug just because I never had those words to describe it. But yeah, definitely, I think there's something, to me, hugging is about honesty, it's about transparency, and it's about not being tactful but not pulling your punches.
Yeah, sometimes the tough love hug is as important or more important than the gentle, soft hug. Like it's truth in love, as David Deck would say. And I mean, I love that. So I really appreciate having the chance to talk to you on day 8 of my hugging journey. And, we've talked a little bit about Craig going on the hugging journey himself. He hasn't been officially nominated yet, but he is interested in Facebook Live, and that's one of the reasons that he's getting the chance just to test out Facebook Live, test it out. So I'm gonna hand over the camera to you, and if you have anything else that you want the world to know or that you want to ask me, I mean, this is the thing about Facebook Live is there's like a freedom to it. You can do anything, you can go anywhere, you're not tied down. And I don't know, Facebook Live may look for me as an advertisement or something like that, because I feel like I love Facebook Live so much. I mean, it's connecting the world. Social media in general, and I'm giving Facebook all the credit, and I think it's so powerful that right now I'm talking to people all over the world. Potentially, people could be watching this video hundreds of years from now. And I just think that synergy, and I've mentioned this before, is something we have no handle on. In other words, when Craig and I come together, it's so powerful. I don't know what's gonna happen. And then I think about who is out there watching, you guys, and as we connect, it's heartwarming. It really excites me about what's possible for the world. So thank you so much for tuning in.
Can I ask some questions?
Yeah, please.
I think I have heard a lot about the Hugging Challenge, and I've been involved with Stone, helping them do these things, but since I'm in this video, I'm sure my friends and family will be watching it.
Yeah, please.
And so I want to ask you some questions about what the Hugging Journey is all about, so that there's some clarity as to what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish.
I would love that.
So let's start with, I like you in front of the green screen. Can I go there?
Yeah,
you seem so professional over there. You are professional. Okay, so let's start with why. I don't know what's going on now.
Heating up in here.
Okay, so let's start with why hugs? Like what does a hug represent?
So a hug represents any time two people connect in a powerful way. And for that matter, it can also be us connecting with ourselves. Because I see the foundation and the grounding, and something that Craig and I were just talking about before we went live, as a self-hug. That's knowing that you love yourself, that you accept yourself in this moment. And it doesn't matter what you have, it doesn't matter what you've accomplished or what you haven't accomplished, it doesn't matter what happened to you as a child, it doesn't matter, nothing matters other than that in this moment you're whole and complete, and you love yourself and you accept yourself. And only one that can give that to you is you. You can have a big family all around you loving you, and you can have all kinds of accolades, and if you don't love yourself in this moment, it doesn't matter. And it's not always easy to love yourself in this moment. It's a very human condition. This overly active survival mechanism has us all the time reacting, and it's hard to love ourselves sometimes. So the hug, the grounding of the hug is to let you hug yourself. In the book I talk about have a 21-second hug with yourself, which when I first did it seemed ridiculous, right? But it really is something to slow down for 21 seconds and get that you really love yourself. And all psychology talks about, it starts off with self-love. So that's the first thing that the hug's about. That's the foundation. And then, as Brian Lunt said, it's what's it like any time that you go into a room to be thinking about who you're going to hug or who would want to hug? It's a very different space to be in, to be meeting the world like this, connecting, and
get the full arms in there.
Yeah, than to be meeting the world like this. And this, if you meet the world like this and you walk around like this, then this is the quality of the experience that you have. This is your life. I don't know what they want, and I don't know what they want, but I've got this, and I've got that, and that'll work out, and that guy looks like kind of a jerk, and her hairdo. Then that's your experience of life. And I don't want that for people, and I don't think anybody really wants that for themselves. The space of a hug leaves you open to possibility and to connecting. And I know that was a really long answer. But we said at the beginning, the hug is the answer. And that was the answer. One answer. It's a moving target.
So then my next question would be, okay, so you just explained that hugging and having an attitude about hugs opens you up. I mean, it seems like make you happier, right? Make you
Yes.
more open to possibilities, open to the world. What is the 21-day challenge, and why would I want to do it? See, you're trying to, he has to sell me on this. So that's what I want to hear.
Craig, the reason that you would want to start the 21-day hugging challenge today, and for all of you folks out there as well, the day to start the 21-day hugging challenge is not after New Year's. It's not after things slow down. It's today. And the reason that it's today is you're going to start to see the world through the lens of a hug. And it's a beautiful way to see the world. It has a huge impact on your experience in this moment, and it also has a powerful impact on the world. So everybody's hugging journey looks differently. And the beauty is it meets you where you are. So you want to go home and hug your wife. You know, you're going to do that anyway. Now you're having a 21-second hug with your wife. And you're really expressing to her in a very authentic way what she means to you, who she is to you. And I don't care, I mean, there's a whole range of a continuum of how people express their love to their partners. It's like I say, if your world's already lit up, awesome. Let's take it to another level. Like, there's no judgment about doing the 21-day journey. It's like, wherever you are, the journey meets you and then takes you to another, think rocket ship. So you can focus in on your relationship if you want. You can focus in on your health. You can focus in on your family. You can focus on your job. It's like, what do you want from the 21-day hugging journey? What I said the other day was, give me 7 days. Go on the journey for 7 days. If you're not lit up, then the journey's not for you. You don't have to do it. Gary Havel, Havel, is on the hugging journey right now. And from when he started it to day 7, it was explosive. And he's a powerful man. And Gary is a powerful man. And the thing to get is that everybody watching this is extremely powerful. We're all powerful and we can create amazing things, and we need to, let go, be spontaneous in the moment, and be aware of this overly active survival mechanism that has us like locking down, like we have to do like this and we did that like yesterday, and there's freedom to be had, and this is not a dress rehearsal. This is it. The other thing that's really important to understand about the hugging journey is it's all about being really focused on, you want to live life on the hugging journey as if it's the last day of your life. Now, don't hear this like you're going to just go home, not go to your job, get all your kids around you and hang out for the day and your family and whatever. It's not like that kind of last day. It's the last day like, I'm talking to Craig now, and I know I won't talk to him ever again. Now, I count on talking to him again. I hope I talk to him again. But I want to be real and authentic with him like I'm not going to talk to him again. And that level of presence makes a huge difference in the moment and on so many levels.
That's interesting. So if that level of presence makes your relationship deeper, it makes you more appreciative maybe of it. It makes you what do you mean? What that level of presence? What does it do for you acting that way?
So it's who you know yourself to be in that moment. So when you're in the space, when you're coming from the space of a hug, in that moment that you're with your wife, for example, within the space of a hug, you know yourself to be extremely loving and powerful, for example. And we don't usually let ourselves know ourselves and really let that wash over us. It happens. I think a lot of people experience this when they're in nature. And they're in nature and it's like an amazing, beautiful forest or something. and they just like notice like a leaf or something and the whole forest, and they're like, wow, I'm a part of all this, and they feel connected. That's an awesome moment. And what I really want everyone to really understand and get and take home with them is they can have that in any moment. I had that in my 21-second hug with Craig. I was fully and completely connected to this amazing man. And you can have that with anybody in your vicinity that wants to have a hug with you right now. So, you know, when you talk about going on the hugging journey, you know, or not, I mean, I would say, why not? Like, why wouldn't you?
Maybe I should answer that.
Yeah.
Like, quite
Yeah.
honestly, because I would be one that would resist it. And I think, I don't know, I don't have a really good reason. Maybe, we're losing battery here. Maybe just hesitancy to put yourself out there, or commitment to want to do it. I guess those would be, you know, I don't have a good excuse, I guess, is my point there.
Well, and what I would say too, and we need to wrap up, is that everybody can go on it in a different way. Like, I love doing it on Facebook Live, and for those of you out there, particularly that are already on Facebook Live and, you know, enjoy social media, reach out to me and let's really spread this. But you could do it on Facebook Live, or you can keep a journal and keep track of your days and send me an email about like what each day was like. And, you know, there's just hundreds of ways to do it. The thing is to take the radical transparency, the supercharged mindfulness, all these things that will be coming out in the book on National Hugging Day on January 21st. It'll be available worldwide.
Like the plug.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Craig,
Yeah, you
for
bet.
going on Facebook Live. I mean, that is really a hug. I really appreciate it.
Well, thanks.
And
I
I
appreciate it,
appreciate so many things that you've done. You're an amazing man.
Thank you.
All right. Well, bye for now. Facebook Live, Dr. K and Craig
See you guys.
out.